Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we will discuss about the implantation of zygote and the cleavage. In that lecture, we will discuss about the how a zygote is divided after the fertilization and how it's implanted into mother's womb, means the wall of uterus, the uterine wall. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss about after the implantation, what the change or occurs into a embryo. We know that our body having three germ layers. The outermost is ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and the innermost is endoderm. Endoderm. So today we will discuss about the formation of germ layers and the process of gastrulation and the formation of germ layers. We know the blastula implanted. The transformation of blastula into gastrula with the three primary germ layers. When a embryo having three germ layers is known as gastrula. By rearrangement of the cell of the blastula is called gastrulation. The definition is that the transformation of a blastula into gastrula with three primary germ layers by rearrangement of the cell called gastrulation. We know body having three germ layers. One is ectoderm. Ecto means outer, derm means layer. Mesoderm and the endoderm. In this lecture, we will discuss how a embryo develops these three layers from the blastula. First, we discuss about the formation of the endoderm, the innermost layer. In this, we know some cells covering the free surface of embryonical knob differentiate. A portion by which the trophoblast attach with the mother's womb, the uterine wall, where the some cells of the inner mass forms embryonal knob. That is the embryonal knob. From the first endodermal cells. The embryonal knob differentiate into first endodermal cells. So first step is that some cells covering the free surface of embryonal knob differentiate. The free surface of embryonal knob differentiated and they become flat and form first endodermal cells. This is the beginning of these embryonal knob having flat to form the beginning of endoderm. Here the endoderms will be started. Next step, they first cover the embryonal knob. The first cells of the endodermal will start to cover the embryonal knob. Now here the embryonal knob is covered with the help of mesodermal cells. And here the rapid multiply. Here they increase their size and form a lining inside the trophoblast of the blastodemic vesicles. These embryonal lobe convert into embryonal disc with the flat columnar cells. Here, the trophoblast having a rapid multiplicated cells lining of endoderm, and this lining consists the this lining is the endoderm, which present between trophoblast and the embryonal lobe that future in that convert into endoderm. In this diagram we will discuss that here the gap between the mesoderm and the trophoblast is increased, and the mesoderm slightly into the structure, having a gap or cavity between trophoblast and the endoderm. To this cavity is known as amniotic cavity, and the cells which form this cavity, this layer is called amniogenic cells. Between the endoderm and the trophoblast, the cavity, this is known as primary yolk sac, but here the primary yolk sac do not having any yolk. It contains foods for the nourishment. The first the formation of endoderm is that the embryonal lobe differentiated, these cells convert into flat structure, that is first endodermal cells. The embryonal lobe cells change into columnar cells which called embryonal disc. The embryonal disc attached to the mesoderm are slightly goes or bend into the down to the structure to form a cavity. One is cavity known as amniotic cavity, and the second is primary yolk sac. After the formation of endoderm, we will discuss about the formation of embryonic disc. The blastocyst continues to grow in size. We know blastocyst attached to the mother's uterine wall, that getting nourishment from the mother. By this absorbing nourishment, the blastocyst increase their size through the trophoblast, because it develops with the help of mother's nourishment, and the mother nourishment is absorbed by the trophoblast. After the formation of endoderm, the embryonal node is stretched and its cell become columnar and come to lie at the regular layer cell. After when the endoderm is formed, the embryonal node cells convert into columnar cells to form embryonal disc. The disc of embryonic means embryonic disc having three phase or three parts: cephalic margin, embryonic disc, and the caudal margin. Thus caudal margin further arise the mesoderm. Amniotic cavity, we in last diagram we will discuss that there is a cavity formed known as amniotic cavity. The space between the embryonal disc and the trophoblast called amniotic cavity, which filled with amniotic fluid. Now we will discuss about the formation of the mesoderm. We know that the embryonic disc having three margins: cephalic margin, embryonic margin, and the caudal margin. The caudal margin of the cephalic embryonal disc, the margin of the embryonic disc which is caudal, proliferate at high rate. The cells which are present at the marginal disc proliferated at the higher rate, result into the extra layer deposition, means thickening, increase of the embryonal disc. Thickness of embryonic disc is increased. Now from this thickness, the new cells layer detached from the embryonic disc between the trophoblast and the endoderm, means the endoderm is present between the embryonic disc, between the trophoblast and the endoderm. So the new layer is known as mesoderm. We have discussed that how mesoderm is formed. The caudal margin of the embryonic disc originated by the proliferating of the cells at high rate. The cells are start to deposit it there. Thickness of the embryonic disc is increased. The new cells layer detached from the embryonic disc. The new cells detached from the embryonic disc, and this new layer is known as mesoderm. This is the diagrammatic presentation of the formation of mesoderm. These cells are of trophoblast, and this is the embryonic disc having caudal margin, embryonic disc having from the caudal margin. This is the endoderm which is forms first. Between these two layers here, the cells start to be proliferated. Proliferation is started. In second phase, the proliferated cells arise the formation of mesodermal cells, means emigrating of the mesodermal cells is from the the embryonic disc. This part later convert into ectoderm. So here I have written it ectoderm of the embryonic disc. This is the endoderm. Mesoderm proliferating area. The area from the mesodermal cells arise known as mesoderm proliferated area. Now this mesoderm is detached from the embryonic disc and form a new layer, that is mesoderm, between the trophoblast or embryonic disc and the endoderm. Now the third layer, formation of the ectoderm. After the formation of mesoderm, the remaining cells, the cells which are remains into the embryonic disc, convert into a layer called ectoderm. So here I have already written the ectoderm of the embryonic disc. So first of all, the caudal margin of the embryonic disc, where the cells are start to be proliferated. After the proliferation, a new layer is arise, that's known as mesodermal cells. These mesodermal cells are proliferated, means growing, and form a new layer that is detached from the embryonic disc and form a new layer, mesoderm. Now we have formed the first layer and the second layer. Now the remaining part of the embryonic disc is converted into the outer layer, that is ectoderm. So in gastrulation these three layers are formed. That's all for today. Thank you.